Good evening, my Padawans. Happy Wednesday night. How you guys doing? You guys doing good? All right. So 2 days ago, Dan Aykroyd was on a breakfast television show in Canada, and I am uploading the video right now. It's like a 7 or 8 minute interview. And he talked about Canada, the tariffs, dealing with a little bit about politics. He didn't mention Trump. He talked about his vodka, Crystal Head Vodka. So I thought I'd do sort of a updated sort of review, but this is more really about Rey Skywalker. So this is a 2-in-1 review. I want to have a shot of vodka first, and then I want to talk about Rey Skywalker and unbox this Hot Wheels Disney 100 Rey Mattel car. Okay. I want to talk about Rey Skywalker a little bit here, because I think it's important for fans of Star Wars, and maybe some in the channel. But first, let's have a shot of the Crystal Head Vodka. As you can see, I got 2 empty bottles over here, and I keep them as decorations. They're really cool. Okay, let me give you a close-up. You got this one is the silver seal on the top. Vodka, Crystal Head, and it has a UPC in the bottom. And this one has the brown sort of vintage top. So I just want to have a shot of this, and I want to talk about, well, first I want to give props to Dan Aykroyd for inventing a clean and pure and flavorful, and it smells great, and it's pure and fine, filtered by crystals from Canada. So I want to give him a shout out and have a shot of the vodka first. Okay. So yeah, this is like a hybrid review, talk about vodka. And Dan does say that drinking is actually good for you. His parents drank late into their 90s. And he drinks a lot. He drinks more than I do. So cheers. I don't think I'll do the whole shot. I'll do just a little bit here. Oh God. Oh man. Oh, that is clean and smooth, guys. Woo! And I got these shot glasses. I got 4 of these shot glasses that are also original. I don't buy anything that's not official, okay? There's a lot of knockoffs. There's a lot of fake, Crystal Skull vodka and drinks now, after Dan Aykroyd's invention. And this has a lot to do with the crystal skulls. Okay, sort of like the Indiana Jones. And it's about aliens, okay? It's about aliens, pretty much. Let me have another sip. Woo! All right, now let's get to the other part of the review here. Review part 2. Let me just open this. Now, I will say that I do collect some of the Hot Wheels stuff. Not everything. I have some of the vehicle, Star Wars Hot Wheels, some of the cars. But I've been getting more into the Hot Wheels, but only Star Wars. And over here in the back, they show you the Chewbacca car, or the Chewbacca truck, whatever it is, tow truck, or train. I don't know what the hell it is. I want to get that one. Of course, again, this is, from Disney, Hot Wheels, Mattel, and this is from 2022. I picked it up last month and I haven't been able to open it, but I do love these cars. Let's open it up. Put that over here. A lot of cool artwork. Now this looks pretty cool, man. This looks really cool. As you can see in the front of the hood here, that's her Jedi belt, sort of the Jedi belt part. And the white area, you know, of course, is her Jedi gear. All right. I suppose you could say it's her Padawan gear or Jedi gear, whatever. And it's all white because she's always wearing white in the Rise of Skywalker. This is from the Rise of Skywalker, the third movie in the trilogy. And here you have on the side, you have her lightsaber. I don't know if you guys can see that. See, focus in. Come on, focus, bro. There it is. You see the lightsaber in there? That looks pretty cool. It's pointing forward. And the window here, the front windshield, it's the color of her lightsaber, blue. So it sort of shines. And here you have the other side of the lightsaber. These vehicles are really cool. So the windshield is the lightsaber. It's the blue. And it sort of shines in the light, kind of gives a reflection, kind of gives you like a feel that the lightsaber is on. So anyway, I like these vehicles are really cool, and they're not very expensive. Okay. Now here in the back it says 2018. 2018 Mattel. Made in Thailand. Ray Lucasfilm, and it gives you all the information. It's not made in China, it's made in Thailand. So it's a pretty cool vehicle, guys. It's a pretty cool vehicle. Let me know if you enjoy these type of, if you guys collect Hot Wheels. Let me have another shot of my vodka. I know it's a little weird because, you know, this is for kids and I'm including alcohol, but this video is for adults, okay? This is not for kids. This is for adult collectors. Let me have another shot of Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head Vodka. Ah! Woohoo! Now let's talk about Rey Skywalker. Okay? You know, this is what I'm going to say. I don't hate Rey Skywalker. Okay, I thought her character was very cool in the film. Daisy Ridley, you know, she plays Rey. Now, there are some problems with the sequels, okay? The way they treated the main characters, the way they killed Han Solo in the first movie. And I will say that, you know, Han Solo always shoots first, right? And Han Solo should have shot Kylo on that bridge as soon as he could have. But of course, he was not the Han Solo that we know. He was the Han Solo that J.J. Abrams created for Disney. So he was like the old boomer, fragile old man who fell for the love of his son. Bullshit. Now, if he was the real Han Solo created by George Lucas, he would have shot Kylo Ren, even if he was his son. Because he even said that Ben Solo, you know, the real name of Kylo is Ben. He said that Ben was dead. So in reality, he would have just shot him over there at the bridge. So yeah, they treated the original trilogy characters badly. Luke Skywalker sort of did okay. I like the way that he went into exile to the island, and then he did a whole bunch of cool tricks, and then he was one with the Force. I wouldn't say that's too bad, because the Jedi are supposed to go into exile and, you know, fight from far away. They're not supposed to, you know, to be hand-to-hand combat. That's not the way the Jedi are. The Jedi are supposed to be smart, use the Force, and, you know, stay away from the enemy. But he did a really cool, you know, hologram, distance sort of hologram where when he went over to the to the planet to fight Kylo, and that was very surprising. I saw those movies at the Chinese theater at the big screen on IMAX, and I was really surprised of what I saw. The planet is Crate, the red planet that has all the red dirt. You know, where they had the big attack with the ATM-6, with the First Order, and Luke appears like to be there, but he's not really there. Okay, so I thought that was pretty cool. But then they killed off Leia. Well, she died. Like, Carrie Fisher died, and then they killed her off. Okay, what I'm saying is the sequel had a lot of problems, okay? Let me have another shot here. This is a dual review. Vodka and Star Wars. Now, Rey Skywalker, if you pay attention to the movies, Rey Skywalker was called by the Force by Luke Skywalker's lightsaber that he lost on Bespin and The Empire Strikes Back. And Maz Kanata found the lightsaber somehow, and the lightsaber had the Force, and it called Rey Skywalker. So Rey Skywalker followed the lightsaber, the power of the lightsaber and the Force, and led her to Luke Skywalker, okay? And then it led her to Han Solo and, first she met Han Solo and Chewbacca, but then later the Force led Rey to Princess Leia. And she was trained by Princess Leia in The Rise of Skywalker. So as you can see, Rey's journey always had to do with the Skywalkers. Pay attention to the movies here. It had nothing to do with Emperor Palpatine, the clone of Emperor Palpatine. If you believe that, you're a fool. J.J. Abrams fooled you. He played with your emotions. He messed with you. That's not really what happens in the movies. And I already said this in the past. Rey Skywalker was dropped off on Jakku by Princess Leia. All right? Rey Skywalker is the daughter of Luke and Leia. That's just the way it is. They're never going to tell you this, but that's the fact. But if you watch the movies, think about this. Why would Luke Skywalker, why would the Force lead her to the Skywalkers? Why? If she's a Palpatine, if she's the granddaughter of Palpatine, why wouldn't it call her to the dark side, to Palpatine? And if you watch the rise of Skywalker, she does almost turn to the dark side, where she shoots lightning from her fingers. What really is happening here in the sequels, and I think eventually someone famous is going to figure this out, and they're going to make a video, and everybody's going to be shocked. But I'm telling you right now, so at the end of the Rise of Skywalker, all the Jedi show up to save her against the Palpatine clone, but especially her mom and dad, okay, Luke and Leia, and just got to think about how the Force works, guys. The Force led her to train with Leia, to meet Luke Skywalker, to return the lightsaber, all right, to fight for the rebellion. Well, it's called the Resistance, okay? But it's the same thing. They call it the Resistance, but it's just the rebellion. So she fought for them. She joined them. There was nothing in The Force Awakens or in The Last Jedi to insinuate or give you any sort of clue or anything having to do with her being a Palpatine. Originally, I heard she was supposed to be like a daughter of Obi-Wan Kenobi or something like that, but it turns out she's the daughter of Luke and Leia. Now, at the end of the sequels, when she's in the desert, she ignites her lightsaber that is yellow. Okay, now yellow That should give you a clue. Why is her lightsaber yellow? Well, that means that she's a Palpatine and she's a Skywalker. So she's not completely, blue. All right, she has a little bit of red. Okay? So that is a clue for you right there. The color of her lightsaber is not blue. So that means that she almost turned to the dark side, but she was saved by the Force and her parents. And the only Force ghosts that showed up at the end of the movie were Leia and Luke. Okay? Think about this. Why, if she's a Palpatine, let's just say this. If Luke knew that she was a Palpatine, the bullshit that he sold her in The Last Jedi, Luke lied. He would have killed her. Leia would have killed her. They wouldn't have trained her at all. They would have just killed her right on the spot, knowing that she was going to be next to the throne of Palpatine, and she was going to turn to the dark side, because she was going to turn to the dark side. You saw that scene on the Death Star where we see Dark Rey. But Luke and Leia saved her. Why? That's her parents. And then at the end, she smiles, and some old lady asked for her name. I said, "What's your name?" "I'm Rey Skywalker." And she smiles. She's telling you that she is a Skywalker. She knows Luke and Leia are her parents. Now, is this wrong? Because, brothers and sisters are not supposed to have kids, right? Is this wrong? Well, this is just a play on J.J. Abrams playing around with George Lucas, when Luke was in love with Leia in A New Hope and in Empire, where they kissed and they had a love interest, and Han Solo was in the middle of it, and Luke and Han Solo were fighting over her. Both of them wanted Leia. So this is just a play on, this is not incest. It's sort of just playing around with the script. Okay, it's like J.J. Abrams telling you, hey, if Lucas did it in the originals, why can't I do it in the sequels? Okay, so yes, the truth is, Rey is the daughter of Leia, okay, and Luke. And that's why, most likely, that's why Han Solo dumped Leia. But we're never told any of this. All of this is when you watch a movie, there's some elements and some things that the director doesn't want to tell you. They can't explain everything to you, the exposition. They're not going to say, oh, she's the daughter of Luke and Leia. He's going to, I'm not going to lie. He did it in a really good way, okay? He did it in a really good way. He really hid the meaning of the film, okay? He did a great job hiding this. And I don't think a lot of people catched up, but if you study film, script writing, and the elements of filmmaking, you would know that this is actually what happened. So I appreciate Rey Skywalker as a daughter of the Force, the daughter of Luke and Leia, and the Palpatine story, is just a distraction. It's just a distraction. The stuff with Finn and everything else is just a distraction. This is a mom, a dad, and a daughter, and it's a family story. It continues the Skywalker family story, which I think that's pretty cool. But again, watch the end of the movie, and how come the ghost of Palpatine doesn't show up at the end, right? Why not? Why didn't Palpatine's lightsaber call to Rey? Or why didn't the Emperor's lightsaber call out? Why was it Luke's? Think about that. Okay? So, I like Rey. Again, there are a lot of problems with the sequel, but Rey, I like her. I think she's cool. And I know why some girls like Rey. And I'm not going to knock them off. And I'm not going to attack them. I'm not going to go to Disneyland and attack people that love the sequels. Okay? I'm not that kind of guy. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you like the little Rey Hot Wheels car. I think it's cool as hell. And I'm going to have another final shot. And see you guys. May the Force be with you. Bye.